everybody! Hello, Pro, Luca, Mystery Theater. Oh god, so many people were talking! Relast. Luca, Serene, Emiya, and Zarmagus. Welcome back to, for the final time, Remember 11. We have a lot to get through today, where hopefully all of our questions will be answered as we, in this order, will, for one, finally see that bad ending, which should explain some things, then load up the perfect save file, and read the extra tips, which should explain some more things, then go to the Remember 11 Explain website, which has the timeline, which explains some more things, and then finally read the final thing of final explanation on the Remember 11 website, which explain everything completely. Ah, jeez. Hello, Victor. Hello, OA. Oh, we got a lot to cover, but that's okay, because it's the final episode. Let's get back into it and fuck up Satoru's reasoning. Was it this? No, it's before the third area. I think it was this. No, it load, God damn it. Was it? Oh, fuckleberry hound. Okay, these were both 2 streams ago. You know what? Let me just, it might have been this one. Okay. Here we go. Let's get to that choice. It was clearly me. I did everything. Kokodo and I are the only ones who can control this body. And the scene showing Inamoto's death. Fuyukawa Kokodo would never commit such a brutal murder. I can confidently decree that she isn't someone who's capable of such a thing. Moreover, she has a strong alibi. I won't go into detail about it here, but considering the time frame, it's utterly impossible for Kokodo to have committed the crime. And this leads to the inevitable conclusion that the culprit can only be the other personality, the only other personality, me. It's the only possibility I can think of. Yes, Zarmagus. Wow! That's reaching far back, Powerpuff Girls, before they ran that into the ground and kept digging. Oh my god.
I did it. It was me. It was me.
Oh, way back when. My memory still hasn't fully returned. If we assume that the cause is mental, then it means that something's wrong with my mind. Just like Utsumi said, maybe I really do suffer from DID. And while suffering from DID, I was dragged into the exchange phenomenon. Thus, I misunderstood. Until now, I was convinced that I had taken the role of the victim. Coco, you gonna shut the fuck up? Okay, good. There we go. But I was wrong. I am the victim and also the assailant. The Alpha and the Omega. Unbeknownst to even me, because of mental disorder completely unrelated to the transfers, I may have created another personality within myself. Oopsie daisy. That other personality, Urotus. Yes, Emiya, that's a wonderful name. Must be the real culprit. The one who schemed to ruin my body and grotesquely killed Inamoto was them. The recorded footage tells me everything. It's sad, but I have to face up to it. I won't waver anymore. I won't let myself be restrained by feelings and obligations any longer. I close my eyes, sigh deeply, and leave the musty room. Okay, well, we did skip a lot. Next transfer is at 4:48. still have only. I just want to see. Is there a way? Oh god, this does not leave me much. Oh, here we go. Options. Okay, how do you activate the skip? I just want to make sure that I'm probably gonna have to skip some things that are already if anyone knows what the button for skip is, please tell me. Still have 30 minutes left, but I can't afford to relax. I don't know what's gonna happen, so I have to take action early. Returning to my room at once. I retrieve my coat from the closet and quickly leave. The sky is still dark. The clear midwinter sky has a countless number of stars scattered across it. The moon is hanging low in its last quarter in the south-southeast direction. Three more days of it are missing compared to the one I saw on the 13th. And now it makes a semicircle as if torn in two. Oh! Oh, you serious, Zoe? So the website already has all the tips on it? Okay. So skip is control. Okay, so it's only gonna skip stuff I've already read. So, this should be fine. Skippity skip it out. Okay. Wait, did it go? Are you fucking kidding me? It skipped stuff I didn't even read yet. Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. I can't believe it skipped stuff I didn't even read yet. Alright. Well, good thing I can reload it pretty quickly. For fuck's sake. Okay. Okay, come on. Strange scene is waiting for me. Any % run, yes.
Who was that?
転移なのか
A transfer?
Finally noticed the situation. Despite that, my conscience remains unclear. Here we go. Here it is. Here's the monolith. The zone is a barren wasteland of brown rock. Even though I say wasteland, the ground around isn't dry. I stop running and touch the earth's surface. A damp sensation is transmitted to my fingers. It's the Remember 11 Explained blog, Serene. The soles of my leather shoes slide over the bare rock, which is gently coated with moisture, mindful of the surface under my feet. I start running again. The place I'm aiming for is the circle's core. However, what's there isn't a shelter cabin made of wood, but a structure plastered in pure white.
どういうことだ
What does this mean?
ここはどこなんだ
Where is this?
After reaching it, without taking a moment to breathe, I'll walk around the circumference of the structure. It's a cube, each side around 5 meters long. It looks like a large six-sided die. Of course, there isn't anything like numbers, letters, or symbols carved into its sides. 3 of the 4 sides don't like a window or anything sticking out. But there is a ladder attached to the last side. There are iron pipes. Okay, this is the same. Come on, I want to open the fucking thing. Here we go, keyhole. Yep, okay. Come on, I want to see what's inside the fucking box. He went in. After being inhaled, the key smoothly settles it in the hole. Try turning it. With a pleasant metallic sound, the lock easily releases itself.
マジかよ
Are you serious?
開いちまったぞ
It unlocked it.
The round green door. I opened it without hesitation. Oh, it doesn't even give you the choice. You're locked in. That makes sense. So you're locked into this path. Here we go. Let's go! Okay. The inside gleams with a white light. The interior is as bright as day. I squint at the overwhelming glare. While shielding my eyes with one hand, I take a look inside the room. There isn't even a shadow. No one is present. A ladder leads down from the round entrance. I descend it. Apoptosis. Oh, it's an entrance to an underground bunker or something. We're Deltarune now. With a great creaking of its hinges, the door closes. I'm gonna find Gaster. The room is saturated in light. Because light shines from every direction, no shadows exist inside the room. This scene where all shade is lost wraps my sense of perspective. Where do the walls begin and end? What are the limits of the ceiling? How far does the floor extend? I can't understand it all. I feel like I'm floating, isolated in the middle of a white space. Only the sensation of my soles of my feet makes me sure I'm touching the floor. When I looked up, the door had vanished. Oh boy. We're in some kind of magical, otherworldly shit now. The inside of the door is lightly painted white as well. Lost in the light, I can't even find its outline. I don't even know where the ladder is. The whole place is a pure white world where the notion of depth no longer exists. There is, however, a lone black object. Oh God. It looks like a large round hole made in the center of the space. This is the pure white darkness thing! Oh my God! Every time they were in pure white darkness, it was here, wasn't it? Looks like a large round hole made in the center of space. Fumbling around, I made my way through the light and near that hole. I try reaching out with my fingertip, I feel it bounce off of something. What the fuck is this kind of crazy magic shit? The round black object isn't really a hole, but a sphere. A little bigger than a soccer ball. It has absolutely no luster, so it just looks like a black hole sucking up all the surrounding light. I would not touch that if I were you, Satoru. I tried God damn it! I tried patting it with the palm of my hand. Whew. Okay, so it's not a black hole. Not a mini black hole. Okay. It's completely smooth to the touch, offering no resistance at all. Its position is slightly below my line of vision. At first, I thought it was floating. Now I realize just hanging down from the ceiling suspended by a chain. Oh.
なんなんだよこれ。
What the hell is this shit?
Incomprehensible. Moreover, where the fucking hell am I? Where did the shelter cabin disappear to? Once again, I fumble forward into the light. Almost immediately, I run up against a wall. Judging from the feeling against the palm of my hand, I can tell that the surface of the wall is curved. Apparently, this structure is in the shape of a dome. It's a cube from the outside, but a hemisphere inside? Is it bigger on the inside? Because he seems like he's lost inside of here. I walk along the wall for a while. It must be some kind of weird time-space distortion. Because that cube was not that big. I walk along the wall for a while. My knee hits something. When I concentrate hard and look around within the light, I'm able to make out a bed line. A bed? Damn, this really is 2001: A Space Odyssey. Every surface of the bed is painted white. It has a simplicity that reminds me of an old hospital.
ベッド。
A bed?
Someone lives here? But I can't see a blanket or pillows, not even sheets on the mattress. Not lives, but lived. The bed, the ladder, the sphere. Seems there's nothing here aside from those. Present time, 5:21 a.m. Suddenly I hear a deep rumbling from outside, almost like an earthquake. That sound instantly brings me back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. That's right! I have to get to the shelter cabin! No! We're never gonna find out what the fuck this is. No sense hanging around here forever. Groping for the ladder, I managed to grab hold of a rung. As the sound of clanging iron resounds, I climb up. When the ladder comes to an end, I extend an arm toward the ceiling. This feeling of iron, it's the door. I try pushing up against it. It doesn't move, it doesn't budge a millimeter. Even when I try to force it open with my shoulder, it doesn't give in the slightest. Ooh, he's trapped. I immediately search for the keyhole, but it's nowhere to be found. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
まさか
Don't tell me.
閉じ込められた
I'm locked in? Oh, crap baskets.
I try ramming into it over and over, but the results are always the same. This is bad. Very bad. Impatience assails me. I have to get out of here right away or else we're gonna start swapping all over again. Oh no. But there's nothing I can do. Finally, I lose my grip and fall to the floor. There must be a way. Isn't there another way out? I desperately look for other exits, but it's useless. It's all useless. The bed, the ladder, the sphere. There's nothing here aside from those. Meanwhile, time is mercilessly advancing. Uh-oh. Someone else is coming. Is it our culprit? All of a sudden, the door opens. Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. Someone is climbing down the ladder. When it comes down, did he fake his death somehow? What the fuck? Oh wait, it's him from another time. It must be Enomoto Naoya.
Well done, Satoru. You fell right into my trap.
榎本
Enomoto?
In a moment, I'm thrown into confusion. Why? Why is Enomoto here? This guy, isn't he supposed to be dead? Remember Uni? It's him from another time, before he died. Once he notices me, shock registers on Enomoto's face. Ooh, he's mad. We glare at each other, neither moving a muscle. The one who finally breaks the silence is him.
お前は
You.
お前は誰だ
Who are you?
This is before he even met him. Huh?
聞こえなかったのか
Didn't you hear me?
お前は誰だと聞いてるんだ
I asked, who are you?
答えろ
Answer me.
I don't understand. Shouldn't Enomoto know who I am? This is probably the first time he even met you. Read the tips as soon as they come up? Okay, sure. Thank you, Siri.
答えろ
Answer me.
Enomoto repeats. I have no choice but to answer.
俺は
I'm.
俺の名は
My name is
結城堂悟だ
Yukito Satoru.
何
What?
Enomoto panics. No, it isn't anything as simple as panic. It's a horrified dismay, as though the world is crumbling down around him. At his wit's end, staggering, he wrings a groan out of his throat.
Uh,
なんだと
what?
なんだとなんだとなんだと
What? What? What?
貴様は結城堂悟だというのか
You scum. You dare call yourself Yukito Satoru!
そうだ
Yeah?
それがどうかしたのか
Is there anything wrong with that? Enomoto's eyes pierced me. In those eyes, I detect intense hatred and rage.
貴様が勇気殿悟だというのであれば
You scum. If you say you're Yukito Satoru.
Huh?
そういうことか
Now I see.
Saying that, Enomoto's face darkens. While tapping on his temple, he continues muttering.
なんてことだ
What a state of affairs.
貴様がここに来てしまうとは
If scum like you could get in here.
すべて台無しだ
It's all ruined.
計画は失敗だ
The plan's a failure.
Yay, go team!
自分のことながらまったく愚かすぎてヘドが出そうだ
Honestly, I'm so foolish even I feel like throwing up.
何を言ってるんだ意味がわからないんだが
What are you saying? I can't understand you at all. But Enomoto continues without answering my question.
まあいい
Well, whatever.
失敗したと言ってもそれは一つの可能性がついえただけに過ぎない
Though I say it's a failure, all this really means is that one possibility has collapsed. There are many roads to Steins Gate.
可能性は世界は無限に存在する
The number of possibilities of worlds in existence is infinite.
簡単なことだ
It's simple.
別の世界では失敗しないとも言える
I can also say that in another world where you didn't choose a really stupid choice, it didn't fail.
俺さえしっかりしてればこんなくだらない結果は生まれない
As long as I just keep myself together, it won't end with a pathetic result like this.
俺は貴様とは違う
I'm different from scum like you.
断じてだ断じて貴様のようなバカな結果は生み出さない
Absolutely. A result as stupid and worthless as you absolutely will not come to be.
Enomoto spits that out, still glaring at me.
何のことを言ってるんだよ
What are you saying?
多世界解釈さ
It's the many worlds interpretation.
多世界解釈
The many worlds interpretation?
Oh, come on. Surely you've read enough visual novels to know that by heart. For God's sake, it's in every single one of Uchikoshi's, and a number of other authors as well.
The meaning of those words. I know what that is.
説明するまでもないだろう
Seriously.
貴様はそれを知ってるはずだ
No need to explain, right? You ought to know it already. Scum.
ああだがしかし
Yeah, but still. How does that
細か
apply
い
to
こと
our
まで
current
説明する必要はない
situation?
I have no intention of explaining such minor details.
面倒だし貴様が知る意味もない
It's annoying. And besides, it's not worth wasting my breath to tell scum like you anyway.
Enomoto suddenly closes his eyes.
ダビデは琴を弾いてい
And David plays with his hand. As at other times.
たサウルの手には槍があった
You're quoting the Bible like the original Satoru! It's actually true, isn't it? The original Satoru we saw in the very beginning. Oh my god. The original Satoru we saw in the very beginning was him! He's doing the freaking Bible quote thing!
And there was a javelin in Saul's hand.
サウルは槍を投げつけて
And Saul cast the javelin, for he said,
私はダビデを壁にで
I will smite David even to the wall with it.
Those cryptic words come forth from him. That muttering seems just like an anathema, filled with curses.
俺はダビデを突き刺してやる
I will smite David.
He was the original Satoru. It's okay, Guppy Forest. Oh, welcome to the stream, Guppy Forest, by the way. After I do this ending, we're gonna load up the 100% save file and read all the tips that we missed. Okay, yeah. Okay, so don't worry about that. Everyone who's worried about tips, I will read them. After this ending, I'll load up the 100% save file.
I will smite David.
I can't believe my fucking theory from the other bad ending is looking to be true. This guy is the original Satoru. And us, that's our original body, isn't it? Or do I have it reversed? Cause we never actually saw the Satoru. But I think that's our original body. Satoru's original body. Some face-off shit right here. He must be the one who pushed us off the control tower, or rather, we, in his body, pushed him off the control tower and somehow swapped before the Kokodo swap. That has to be it. But then, why was he being friendly to Satoru before while explaining everything in his science lecture? No, I'll just keep reading.
たとえ再び交わされよう
Even if he avoids me again.
Opening his eyes, Anamoto fixes me with another stare.
とは
Nonetheless.
貴様の世界の中では計画が失敗したことに変わりはな
It doesn't change the fact that in your world, the project is a failure.
貴様にはけじめをつけてもらわねばな
I'll have you take responsibility for it. Scum.
ちょっと待ってくれ
Hold on a second.
俺には分からないことだらけだ
I don't understand a single thing that's going on right now. You are gonna sit there and explain it to me and don't even think that you're saying, oh, I don't have time to explain it because I'm so evil. No, I know you love to give lectures. So you are gonna explain every goddamn thing that's happening.
どうしてお前はここにいる
Why are you here?
どうしてお前が生きている
Why are you alive? Oh, come on, Satoru, you can figure that one out. The third time period is from a time when he was alive.
第一ここはどこなんだ
And in the first place, where am I?
分からないどういうことなんだ
I don't get it. I don't get it. What does all this mean?
説明してくれよ
Please explain.
お前
You
バカだ
are a fool, a baka.
Whoa.
なあいつの記憶を移植されてるとはいえここまで何にも理解できてないとは
That guy. Memories were transplanted into you. So who's that? There's a third dude. Who is that guy if it's not Enomoto or Satoru?
Even
Sorry. Blah. Fuck up the voice.
even though the memories of that guy were transplanted into you, you understand nothing, even now.
我ながら情けないぜ。
You're pathetic, if I do say so myself.
記憶を移植？
Memories transplanted?
俺のこの記憶の異常はやっぱり記憶移植だったのか。
This abnormal memory of mine? As I thought, it was a memory transplant, so I didn't actually date that crazy psycho girl? Huh, that's a relief.
あいつって誰だ？
Who is that guy?
なんでこんな風になっちまったんだ？
Why did things turn out like this?
悪いが
Sorry, but
そのことだけは答えることができない。
Come on, Enomoto!
that's the one question I can't answer.
正確には答えたくない。
To be more accurate, I don't want to answer. Because you're a mean old poopy head and ruined my project.
今よし、あいつのことだけは
Here we go, that guy who is right here. Da da, that guy. For that person, there is no past. For that person, there is no future. Are they Culex? To be more accurate, that guy is a fucking Blickwinkle! Oh my god! I knew a Blickwinkle would freaking factor into this. To be more accurate, the concept of time does not exist for that person. For that person, past, present, and future are condensed to a single point. Point, emptiness, zeroth dimension. Three concepts that overlap. In a place without anything exists, that person. An absolute will is the only thing there. An absolute will to them. To give an example, David. Without a doubt, that person was a king who entirely ruled them. Oh wow, we're getting tips within tips. Yo, dog. And to him, a hateful enemy. Him, to give an example, Saul. 11 years before 2012. That's where it all began. But Satoru, you know not of this. Oh! Oh, damn! Oh. This didn't save. I just want to get those, because we already read those last stream, so. David, I was just talking about the biblical David, means beloved in Hebrew. His name is derived was the second king of ancient Israel, who established Jerusalem as the capital, united Israel, and built Israel's era of prosperity. King David excelled in battle tactics, and the mystics who felt that sorcery was behind these tremendous abilities thought that the battle flag of David was undoubtedly a demon summoning charm. How ironic. The symbol David used as an emblem is known as the Star of David. In Israel, whichever pronunciation you prefer. It is also believed to be a crest that protects oneself from danger. The symbol can be found in the Israeli national flag. In Japan, the Star of David, called the Rokubose, or hexagram, is known as the crest of the Isle Grand Shire, Ise Grand Shrine. Oh, why the fuck did I read it that way? Ise Grand Shrine. The symbol that holds the opposite meaning to the Star of David is the Gobose, or pentagram. Yep, also called the Star of Solomon. And more tips within tips within tips. Oh, this is like an anti-Blickwinkle. This is like comparing Yuki from Haruhi to the anti-Yuki in the evil SOS Brigade. I forget her name, the girl with the really long, insane hair from the Canopy domain. Something like that. It's that kind of relationship between them. The magical power of the Star of Solomon seals the demons loosed at him inside the infinite loop. I didn't remember that in the Bible. Solomon means peace or tranquility in Hebrew. Yes, Guppy Force, I've read every single one except the newest one, which I should totally read. The biblical Solomon, from whom this name is derived, was the third king of ancient Israel. Solomon excelled because of his faith and obedience to God, and possessed great wisdom and intelligence with which he led Israel into the golden age. However, in King Solomon's later years, he faced heavy taxation upon his people in order to construct a golden temple for the Lord, a task that his father David was unable to accomplish. And so, soon after his death, Israel split into two northern and southern kingdoms. Saul means he who is wished for in Hebrew. The biblical Saul, for whom name is derived, was the first king of ancient Israel. He was truly the king from which people have wished for, and he lived up to their expectations. Certainly as a king and as a warrior, he might never have known defeat. However, he failed in his God-given mission to become an instrument of the Lord. Though anointed by God to become an instrument of the Lord as the king of God's people, he did not. The reason is that Saul disobeyed the will of God. Saul was forsaken by God and met a tragic end. Sounds like a badass. What is this? This one letter here. Okay. I know what this is. This is explaining the many worlds interpretation. It's gotta be. We probably would have gotten a tip on that and skipped it, but fuck that. You guys, if you're here in this stream, you've probably encountered the many worlds interpretation before. In at least one other visual novel. If you haven't and you're a fan of visual novels, then that is extremely impressive, I have to say. Okay. So it's the anti-Blinkwinkle. Wick-Blinkle, I guess.
だがしかし
However,
それ以外のことなら答えてやろ
other than that, I'll answer everything.
う何も知らないままというのはあまりにかわいそうだからな
It's just too pitiful for you to go on knowing nothing like this.
Thank you.
感謝しろよ俺は慈悲深いんだ
Be grateful, okay? I'm doing this out of the goodness of my heart.
さっき貴様はこう言ったな
This is what you said before, right, scum?
You know, you are very passive-aggressive.
どうしてお前がここにいるどうしてお前が生きている第一ここはどこなんだ
Why are you here? Why are you alive? And in the first place, where am I?
3つの質問をした
You asked those 3 questions.
それを答えてあげようじゃない
Shall I answer them for you?
Enomoto grins from ear to ear. So this was all like a plan to defeat Wick-Blinkle. Okay. That's what the plan was, to somehow kill Wick-Blinkle. I guess, because they want... Was Wick-Blinkle the one who frickin' murdered everybody in the hospital and stuff? I wonder. I can't help but feel a little scared.
その前に聞きたいことがある
But before that, there's something I want to ask.
俺は
I...
いや榎本は
No.
と言った方がわかりやすいか。
Yeah, he's not actually Enomoto, is he?
No, it's easier to understand if I say Enomoto.
He must be the real Satoru. Or is he? I don't know. Ah!
榎本は死んだのか。
Enomoto, he died?
Huh?
貴様の過去では榎本は死んでしまったのかと聞いてる。
I'm asking you, scum, if in your past Enomoto died.
よく意味がわからんが。
I don't really understand, but
そうだ、
that's right.
3日前。お前、榎本は死んだ。
3 days ago, Enomoto died.
確かだ、間違いない。
I'm sure, no mistaking it.
お前は絶対にあの時に死んでいたんだ。
You definitely died back then.
だから俺は。
That's why I...
そうか。
Is that so?
いや、もういい。すべてわかった。
No, that's enough. I understand.
Saying that, Enomoto taps at his temple again.
そういう可能性もあるということか。
So
注
that
意せねばな。
so that possibility exists too, huh? I must be careful. Well, I know I'll be the safest by giving long-winded scientific lectures. So I should pay attention to just doing that.
いいだろう。では回答しよ
All right, now for your answers.
う。まず第一の質問。どうしてお前がここにいる？
Let's start with question number 1. Why are you here?
時空間転移のことは知ってるな。
You do know about the space-time transfer, don't you? Because my PowerPoint is not here, and I really need it.
なあ。お前から聞いたんだからな。
Yeah, I heard about it from you.
Oh, good. We can skip that.
俺は。いや、俺たちはある目的があってここにやってきたんだ。
Their goal must have been to kill Wink Flickle.
I know we had a certain goal, so we came here.
ある目
That certain goal.
的。時空間転移装置を最終レベルに持っていくために。
Ooh.
Was to take the space-time transfer device to its final level.
時空間転移装置？
The STD? You know, when you say it like that.
Checking out the thingy. Let's see. It is the level to which the plan they devise will move as it transitions to its final stage. The final move that will lead to the truth they have sought. The final measure necessary for them to be that guy. That sounds so ridiculous. That guy. Like, they should even say that man, like, you know, or I guess if they're gonna specify gender, like, cause that guy just sounds too ridiculous. Like, you know, in Edgeworth Investigations, he always refers to Phoenix as that man, for some stupid reason. That sounds a lot better than saying that guy. Like, hell, even that person, if they don't want to specify gender. Like, because that guy just sounds ridiculous. When it is executed, the world will undergo a great transfiguration. Whoa! The fuck is going on? When it is executed, the transient world, imaginary, is lost. The bridge of the world, symbolic, is crossed. The true world will reveal its shape to get the opening of the third eye. Whoa! And the stakes just got escalated. Yeah, but in Somnium Files, that character was a joke. Holy shit! So they're trying to freaking remake the fucking world. My god. Jeez. Oh my god. The third eye. Hey you. Your thing, your experiments. Oh wow. Okay. I wonder what this single letter here is. I don't know if we'll get 97, 99, and 100. That'd be cool. It's 110, the final one. Yep. I know the last 10 tips are all.
それってあの小部屋にあったスパコンのことじゃないのか
Isn't that the supercomputer in that little room?
そんなことにさえ気づいてなかったのかやっぱりバカだな貴様は
You didn't even notice it. As I thought, in addition to scum, you're not a fool.
あの部屋にあったのは時空間転移装置などではない
The space-time transfer device isn't in that room.
あれは何のことはないただのデータ収集用のコンピューター
It's nothing of the sort. Just a computer used for data acquisition and PowerPoint slides.
本物の時空間転移装置は
The true STD is
ここにある
here! Huh?
見ただろあれだよ
Is it the cube?
You saw it, right? It's that.
That tiny black sphere. And Emoto points at it. In the direction that Enomoto indicates is the black
あ
sphere.
れが時空間転移装置
That's the space-time transfer device?
そうだ
Correct.
続けようか
Shall I continue?
では第2の質問どうしてお前が生きている
On to question number 2. Why are you alive?
それと第3の質問ここはどこなんだ
And question number 3. Where am I?
この2つはとてもシンプルな一つの解に収束される
These two converge into a single, very simple solution.
貴様は赤倉岳と青鷺島の2点間で転移が行われていると考えているだろう
Being scum, I guess you thought that the transfer occurs between the 2 points of Mount Akakura and Osagi Island, correct?
I nod.
愚か者め
You hopeless idiot.
その程度の推理力だからこんなところに来てしまうんだ
It's your total lack of reasoning capacity that got you here.
矛盾に気づかなかったのか
Didn't you notice the contradiction?
矛盾
What?
気圧の変化だよ
The change in atmospheric pressure.
気圧の変化
Change in atmospheric pressure?
そうだまだわからないのか
That's right. You still don't get it.
もし仮に赤倉岳と青鷺島の2点間で転移が行われていたとしよ
Let's suppose temporarily that the transfer is taking place between the 2 points of Akakura and Osagi.
うだとしたらこういう現象が起こり得る
If this were the case, a phenomenon like that could occur.
急激な気圧の変化
An abrupt change in atmospheric pressure.
赤倉岳の避難小屋は標高1298メートルの地点にある
The shelter cabin on Mount Agakura is located 1,298 meters above sea level.
それに引き換え、アオサギ島のスフィアの地点はたかだか標高11メートル。
And on the other hand, Sphere on Osaki Island is 11 meters above sea level at most.
赤倉岳は低気圧に覆われている。スフィアは逆に高気圧に覆われている。
Mount Akakura is surrounded by low air pressure, while Sphere, on the contrary, is at high. A transfer occurred between those 2 points.
この2点間で転移が行われたのなら、転移の被験者は気圧の変化により耳鳴り、あるいは耳の痛みのようなものを体感するはずだ。
And the subjects of the transfer would experience things like buzzing or pain in their ears due to the change in atmospheric pressure.
さすがにわかるだろ、このくらい
This should be enough for you to get the picture, I hope.
は。ああ、
Yeah.
そういえば。
Come to think of it.
I remember. In the video I saw in that little room, when I observed the moment of the transfer, the windows of the room violently shook, as though struck over by a gale. A sudden variation in atmospheric pressure. That's right, that's how it is. It definitely happened. And yet, I didn't feel it. Why?
おかしいだろ。
Strange, isn't it?
貴様はその気圧の変化を体感してないのだからな。
You didn't experience any change in pressure.
冬川心の意識はおそらくその気圧の変化を体感してたことだろう。
The consciousness of Fuyukawa Kokoro likely did feel it.
赤倉岳からアオサギ島に瞬時に転移していたのだから。
From Mount Akakura to Aosagi Island, she transferred instantaneously.
しかし貴様は違う。
But you, scum, you're different.
なぜだかわかるか。
Do you know why?
わからない。
I don't.
ならば答えよ。
Then I'll tell you.
アオサギ島から赤倉
Or
岳
he's
に
just
直に
going
転
over
移してな
stuff
かった
Saw
か
to
ら。
do figured out in the other timeline.
It's because you didn't transfer directly from Osagi to Akakura.
え？
Huh?
つまりアオサギ島と赤倉岳との間に中継点があったということだ。
In short, between Osagi Island and Mount Akakura, there was a relay point.
鼓膜にかかった気圧の変化を鳴らすための中継点をな。
A relay point for the purpose of accustoming the eardrums to the change in pressure.
中継点？
Relay point?
そう。要するにここ
Correct. In a word, here.
ここは地下に位置す
Here. Is located underground.
る。地下にくり抜かれた広大な空間の中に
Oh. In a vast space hollowed out underground.
幸いなことにアオサギ島のスフィアとほぼ同等の状態の気圧なのだ。
With, fortunately, a level of atmospheric pressure roughly equal to that of Sphere on Osaki Island.
だから貴様は気圧の変化を実質的には体感できなかったのだ。
And that's why your tiny brain couldn't sense a substantial change.
そうだったのか。
Me see now.
それでここはどこなんだ？
So, where is this place?
I say it in a voice that's almost a groan. Every single word Enomoto fires at me makes me feel like my brain is being pierced forcefully. God damn, Satoru, you really did lose some IQ points. And after all your big talk earlier, Satoru. Jesus Louises Creases. Can you guys hear the hard drive fan? Because I can hear it. I hope it's not too loud for you guys. I'm paralyzed, no longer able to doubt anything he says. I'm accepting everything as it is.
中継点だと言っただろう
I called it a relay point, right?
わからないのかその意味
You don't get it, the meaning of that.
Relay point. Relay point. Point that relays.
Oh, yes, relay point. Point that relays. Point to relay the points. Relay point. Yes, Cusco's poison.
A place that takes over in the middle. An intermediary. The middle, the middle. Don't tell me. No, it can't be!
やれやれようやくわかったか
Hey, I'm the only one who's supposed to say yada yada around here. Yada yada. It seems you finally get it.
念のために補足しておこうか
Just to be sure, let me give you a few additional details.
アオサギ島はレブン島の西方約 5km
Honestly, Relust, I'm more mad about than the lack of explanation. I'm mad about no conclusion to what's going on with like freaking Hotori about to throw the baby off a cliff. I'm more upset about that. Like, I accept that it's an artistic choice not to explain some things if that's what's happening, but I'm more mad about a lack of conclusion there. Like, at least show what's gonna happen there. That's what I'm more mad about. Like, Evangelion eventually got the rebuild movies to, like, you know, to eventually, like, to show the second loop after the world was, you know, rebuilt and, like, everything restarted, and rebuild gave Evangelion as a franchise a proper conclusion. So the where everything's resolved and everything's explained and, you know, cool, and freaking finally he gets to move on from Evangelion and make Shin versions of classic Japanese properties for the rest of the days, I guess, is what he wants to do. Anyway, let's get back to the story.
Osaki Island is about 5 kilometers west of Rebon Island.
スフィアは北緯45度25分37秒東経140度55分20秒の位置にある
Sphere is located at 45 degrees, 25 latitude, 37 longitude.
Oh, sorry. North latitude. I'm sorry.
45, 27, 30, 25, 37 north latitude, 140, 55, 20 east longitude.
一方避難小屋は青森県の南八甲田赤倉岳
And the other, the shelter cabin on Mount Akakura, in the South Dakota mountains of Aomori Prefecture.
北緯40度35分35秒東経140度55分20秒の位置にある
It's located at 40, 35, 35 north latitude and 140, 55, 20 east longitude.
2つの空間は東経140度55分20秒のラインをなぞるように存在している
These two places both follow the line of 140, 55, 20 east longitude.
そしてここは
And finally here.
I never understood why longitude is the freaking vertical one. Seriously. Like, shouldn't longitude be the horizontal one? Fucking hell. They couldn't even do that right. Like in school, they taught us latitude, fatitude. It's the horizontal one. But seriously, longitude, long. Why isn't that the horizontal one? Fucking hell.
And finally here.
北緯43度0分36秒東経140度55分20秒
This place is at 430036 north latitude and 140.528 longitude.
東経140度55分20秒
He's just explaining everything Satu realized on the other route. Midway point. You know what? In the interest of time, in the interest of time, I'm just gonna scroll through this quickly with while reading it to myself. If you really want to see, if I see that he says something that adds to the explanation, I'll read it out loud. But
貴様は北緯4歩
I'm just going to yep. I'm just gonna keep going because I sense it's gonna take a while.
北緯40ここは地下ってことはさっき聞いたがよかろ北海道檜羽郡萌木村蛍火鉱山廃鉱跡だ
Where else did we hear Hotarubi? Okay, he's saying
This is Moegi Village, Hiwa District, Hokkaido. The ruins of the abandoned Hotarubi mine.
蛍火鉱
Hotarubi mine?
山まさか内海さんの入院してた
that's where.
You can't mean where Itsumi-san was hospitalized.
ご名答記憶力だけはいいみたい
Good answer. At least your memory seems to be intact.
And Emoto suddenly grins scornfully at me.
まだわからないことがある
There's still something I don't understand.
俺が生きてる理由か
The reason I'm alive?
そうだ
Right.
どうしようもないバカだな
You truly are a hopeless idiot.
Da da da. And then like six hearts float around and he becomes Omega in Animoto and we have to fight him.
赤倉岳は2011年1月
Mount Akakura exists in January 2011.
アオサギ島は2012年1月
Aosaki Island exists in January 2012.
だとしたら時間も空間と同じように両極の中点を通るように移動してたと考えるべきだろう
If that's the case, shouldn't you suppose, like that space, time was passing through the midpoint of the extremes as it transferred?
わからないのか
You don't get it.
ここはな
This, you scum,
貴様にとっての過去なのだ
is the past to you.
Dang. Satu is really slow on the uptake here. So that's true. They somehow got her newborn babies around her, away from her for fucking a week to do this experiment? God. Like, it's true. What? But why do this? Sachita, you're not asking the most important question. Why?
そして冬川心にとっての未来でもある
And to Fuyukawa Kokoro, it is the future.
It's true, but why would they do this? I groan. At last I understand. The remaining piece of the puzzle.
ここの時間は今は2011年7月18日
Here and now. It's July 18th, 2011.
俺は殺される前の
They were still in the womb? Holy oh, okay. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh. Jeez. Why would someone do this? Was it all to lure out Wickablinkle? It must be, right? Like, yeah, Hotori is also swapping through that as well with the other twin. Okay, so they weren't even born yet. They were in the fucking womb. Hey, I don't know how many months pregnant freaking Utsumi was. Okay, so they weren't born yet, so they just hooked her up to this machine while she was fucking pregnant. I don't. Why would they do this? It must have to do with luring out Winkblickle. Is this a freaking Is this the same? Are they using the same reasoning as Death Stranding here? They must be, right? Is this where Death Stranding got his thing?
I am the me who was yet to be killed.
I hang my head, crestfallen. I'm totally defeated. I hadn't noticed. I hadn't all this time. I fall to my knees with my hands planted on the ground to support me. The chill from the cold concrete flows into me. But my mind has been frozen by something far colder than that. I'm torn apart. The inside of my head is pure white. I don't want to think anymore. I'm disgusted with everything. Enough. I want to go back. Wait, so Winkblickle's name is Self. Really? I thought Self was gonna be like the name of their organization. So Self hasn't even been swapping into anybody. Interestingly. Unlike in Ever 17, what is Self even doing in the story? Okay. But where? Where can I return to? Please tell me. Satoru, you haven't asked why. Why would someone do this? Tell me. Someone else is coming. And then there's the sound of the door being opened. Following that, the sound of someone descending the ladder. Who is it? Friend of Enomoto's? At length he finally appears. Person who comes down. Oh my god! Time paradox! Time paradox! Pointing Spider-Man. Oh god. Me who has my shape. What's going on? What's going on? What's the meaning of this? The confusion in my head goes past its limits. I can no longer comprehend what's what anymore. I can't understand. A world that transcends my comprehension. I can't comprehend wood carbuncle! The music is inappropriate. Like we have this elevator music while he's losing his mind. Stop it! God, this music. What the fuck is going on with this music? Please don't. It's driving me insane! Stop. Please. Panic overwhelms me. It's said that if you ever come face to face with yourself, you would fear them. And that is exactly what I feel now. I fear everything I see before me. It says my reason itself is being ripped apart. This can't be right. This can't be right. This can't be right. This world isn't right.
おい、どうなっているんだ
Hey, what is this? Who is this ugly guy?
Me I see before me also looks unsettled as he catches sight of me.
なんでここに私がいるんだ
Why am I here?
何があったんだなあ、教えてくれよ
What happened? Hey, tell me.
Why don't we have that? Oh, it's just highlighted text. It's not. Okay. The me before me asked Enomoto. Enomoto heaves a sigh and shrugs his shoulders.
I don't know.
失敗したのさ
The plan.
計画がな
It's a failure.
こいつの世界においては
Well, in his world, that is. He's from the loser timeline, not the mighty Wood Carbuncle timeline.
The me in front broods for a while, but soon.
なるほどそういうことか
I see. So that's how it is.
He nods in agreement.
でどうするんだこいつは
So, what do we do about him? Shall I commit suicide, with air quotes here?
このまま放置しておくわけにもいくまい
We can't leave him be.
そうだなそれを今考えているところなんだ
Right. I was just thinking about that.
After a while, this me before me proposes something.
なあ未来の私を殺してしまったら
Oh my god, he actually said it. I was just fucking around. What? And the music is still extremely inappropriate. Why do we have freaking Valhalla music going on during this existential crisis?
Say, what do you think would happen if we killed the me of the future?
そうだ
Oh, let's see.
This music sounds like it's from Valhalla, though. Doesn't it? It really does sound like one of those tracks.
どうもしないさこいつの世界のお前の肉体が死ぬ
Not much at all. Your body in his world dies.
ただそれだけだ
Really, that's all. If you ever wanted to feel what it's like to kill yourself without actually dying, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Interesting.
じゃあ今の私にも君にも何の影響もないということ
So that means there'd be no consequences to the present me or you, right?
ないね
No. None.
まあもし仮に未来の俺やお前が同じ結果にたどり着いてしまったとしたら最悪だがな
He was the Satoru in the opening, wasn't he? It was this dude. I am so confused on who is originally in whose body. If my original assumption was correct or not, but from that bad ending, this is the body of the one known as Enomoto. And that follows through with what Mayuzumi said. So, if he is indeed Satoru, these two swapped at one point. Maybe while one was pushing the other out the window for some reason.
Well, I suppose it'd be very bad if, for example, you and I arrived at the same result.
なるほど。
I see.
しかし、そんな心配をしても仕方がないとは思わないかね。ナンセンスだ。
But don't you feel like there's no point in worrying about that? It's nonsense.
そうだな。
That's right.
それに俺は自信がある。こんな惨めな未来には絶対にならないって自信が。
And I have confidence in it. Confidence that there's no way our future will turn out as wretched as his.
私もだ。
So do I.
では、こいつの始末は私
Jesus
につけさせて
Christ!
もらえないかい？
Jiggity jang jang. I was just joking around. But this is actually what he's fucking thinking.
Well then, will you let me take care of him?
本気か？
Are you serious? You're even more twisted than I thought.
ああ、もちろん。
Yeah, of course.
一度経験してみたかった。
Shit! Oh my god! I was just joking!
I want to experience it at least once.
自分を殺すってやつね。
Killing myself, that is.
I'm listening to that conversation within my hazy consciousness. Killing myself. I'm gonna kill me? Oh, what a foolish thing I'm saying. As if I do that on purpose. I don't have any such impulses for self-injury.
いいだろう。勝手にしろ。
Wow, this Satu has become super dumb.
Alright, have it your way.
Oh, mirror match. It's time for a mirror match. Saying that, Enomoto takes his sunglasses out and puts them on.
俺は別に感知しない。こいつ
I don't really care. He.
は俺とは関係のない俺だから。
That's it. The true Satoru is this dude. And he must have swapped into Enomoto's body during the fall. But then why did he push him out the fucking window? Aren't they working together? Why did... Unless it's the other person. The person who was chasing Kokodo when she was in his body. Around. Like in one of the early days. Someone was freaking chasing Kokodo around the building. It was another person who we have no idea who it is. Do you guys hear the hard drive or fan, or is it, or do you just not hear? I really hope you guys don't hear it. It's being really loud. I'm so sorry. But it must have been the third person. It had to be, right? Maybe the third person swapped these two to, because they found out what they were planning to do and trying to stop it by throwing a wrench into their plans, or just straight up trying to murder him. And and if they're trying to kill Self, then was it Self? What body did Self use? Because even Blickwinkle had to use, Kid's body. Now this guy seems more like the type that Mayuzumi would date. Holy shit. That explains so much.
Here's an eye that I have nothing to do with.
それはありがたい。では、 好きにさせてもらうよ。
I'm grateful for that. And I'll do as I please. You'll know the power of wood carbuncle.
As I say this, the me before me takes something out of his pocket. It's a switchblade. Why is the music still like this? The me before me grips it in his hand. No, 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 no. Are you serious? Dumbfounded, I stare at the me before me and the knife in his hand. I've lost all sense of reality. If there goes gravity. Is he gonna kill me? I'm gonna kill me? There's no way that's possible. The next moment. Is this the fucking ending? Really? Oh! The handle of the knife is sticking out of my chest. Why didn't you get out of the way? The blade has been pushed into the base. Now the music has changed. The me before me is the one holding the knife. He's forcefully thrust the knife further in, making sure to put all the weight of his body into it. It hurts. I can't breathe. My chest is hot, burning, melting. The knife stuck in my chest burns my body like the flames of hell. My vision distorts. I can't stand. I can't move. With my distorted vision, I can see my own face before me, full of twisted joy. The one bathing in the shower of my spurting blood, slowly turning to red as me. It's a dying groan of agony.
なあ
Say,
Somewhere beyond my impaired field of hearing, Anamoto asked me who was stabbing me.
今どんな気持ちだ
how does it feel?
うん
Huh,
悪くない。
not bad.
Damn. This Enomoto is a twisted motherfucker. Both of them are. I hope Satoru never gets his memories back. The me before me pulls the knife out while twisting his wrist to gouge my wound. Fresh blood overflows from my chest. My vision is dyed crimson.
本当に悪くない。
This is the other end. But so much was unexplained. Really?
Not bad at all.
まるで最高にうまいブラックのコーヒーを飲んでいるような気分。
Of course. Of course, this is totally fitting. Only a friggin' psycho like you would drink. No, I'm obviously joking. If you like black coffee, you're not evil or a psycho or something. I'm just making jokes.
It's like drinking the most delicious black coffee the world has to offer.
No, I don't want people to really think I just like think horribly about people who like black coffee.
ほ
Oh,
う。やはりコーヒーはブラックに限る。
Justifying my hatred for you both.
after all, nothing beats black coffee.
そうは思わないかね。
Don't you agree,
勇気度。
Yukido?
Yukido. What did you say just now?
思わないね
I don't,
俺はお前とは違うからな
because I'm different from you,
榎本
Enomoto.
Enomoto. The me before me is Enomoto. Enomoto is Yukido. What the hell is going on? Yep. That's it. But then when did they swap? Was it during when they fell off the balcony? Has this world gone mad after all? Did it ever exist to begin with? Where in the world? Where am I? And then my consciousness returns to nothingness. This is the other ending. Really? Is there anything more? this it? Is something gonna show up, or should I just should I click? The ending is called Yukido Plan Fail End. Oh. Thank you, Relast. That's true, Guppy Force. Beatrice loves black tea. Cast, Japanese letters. I really hope there's more after the credits. Is there anything? Are there any scenes after the credits? Wow, not as much was explained as I thought, but all it confirmed was the body swap. But the entire motive behind everything was still not explained. And I was not prepared for that. After Rose Gun days, I don't want to fuck with that. It's not letting me capture freaking Google Chrome. Oh wait. The window does not list Google Chrome for some reason. Window capture is not letting me do it. I have no idea why. That is really weird that it's not letting me do another window capture. Oh, there's a separate thing for browser. Okay. Oh no, but that's not like... I'm sorry, while this plays, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. Yeah, it's not there, OA. It's not there. It's so weird. I can only do File Explorer. It doesn't even see Google Chrome. I don't understand why. I would do the Kokodo Bad Ends, but it would be a real pain in the ass to get to them, because this game just makes it really hard to get specific endings. Like, there's no real shortcut to them. And, I just don't think there's enough time, but, oh, look at this. Story is not finished yet. Truth is not revealed. And it circulates through an incident. It is an infinity loop. I guess I'll have to use Microsoft Edge after all. I don't know why, this just... Hates Google Chrome. Hates Google Chrome. Unlocked album packages. Save system data, sure. What's packages? Still some CGs I haven't seen. I don't know how the fuck I missed any CGs. Hold on. Oh wait, I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna try one more thing to see if I can, but god damn it, window capture. Yeah, it doesn't, I don't know why, it doesn't like fucking, it doesn't like, Explorer either. It doesn't like, Microsoft Edge either. I don't know why, but OBS is not letting me capture internet browsers. It's just not letting me. With window capture. I don't know why. This is really frustrating. No, I don't want display capture. I did remove the capture and re-add it. Oh wait. I did. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Sorry for a second. Okay, you know what, you guys? I'm just gonna... Okay, you guys, hold on. I'm gonna take a little bit of a bathroom break. I will be right back. I still need to load the perfect save file for the other thing, so I'll just be right back. Please mind the sound of this stupid hard drive fan. I hope you can't hear it too much. I hope it doesn't drive you too insane. Okay, you can't hear it that well. That's good. Okay. The Luca, you hear that? Because yeah, that's exactly what I hear. It sounds like a car. Uh, I'm glad you can't hear it, Guppy Forest. Yep, that's exactly what it sounds like to me. A Pokemon card flipped through a bike wheel. Okay, so you know what? While we try to figure this out, remove the one with the game. Oh wait, are you? That's insane. What? Well, one thing I have to do regardless is to unload the save file. So let me do that. I have to turn off the I have to exit Remember 11 to do this. Okay, so let me open this folder and this folder. Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate it when everything gets fucking minimized. Why does it have to do that? Why? Okay. Alright, now let's see. Perfect save file. Here we go. Replace. Alright, now let's run Remember 11 again. Oh yeah, this isn't just Gestalt Edition. Okay. Okay, let's see. You guys see this, right? It's all showing up for you? Alright, let's, right here at a really sweet part. Okay, let's read all those extra tips. We can at least do that while we figure this shit out. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't get this tip. I am not I. There are two of me here. If that's the case, who exactly is I? If that's the case, who exactly am I? Infinity, limbs, limitless, endless. Continues endlessly and so on. Wait. There were infinities before Never 7? What? What? What the fuck is this? I've never heard of these. Oh, Never 7 is just a remake of those two. Thank you, Guppy Force. Alright, let's start. You ready? Do we really? Okay, here we go. The Alpha and the Omega. First and the last. There is a closing resolution within the beginning of the story. I think the BGM is a bit loud. Let me just turn it down slightly. Okay. Stop. Stop. Ethereal Girl versus the real Inabushi. We never learned about this. Other than Inabushi Keiko, it also refers to Fuyukawa Kokodo. O great Sephiroth, our master! In Judaism, the tree of Sephiroth is a tree of life that grows in heaven. The tree of Sephiroth itself represents the enormous macrocosm, while its form also represents the microcosm, the human body. Furthermore, it also holds the meaning of the path of spiritual pilgrimage to God. In this case, master means God. That is a zeroth dimensional being. Note, Sephiroth has a number of alternative spellings, e.g. Sephiroth. Da da do 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 da do. I can't sing that song. Sephiroth. The animus within the animal. Yeah, Kokoro within Satoru within Kokoro. If it's not something like that's critical, I'll just summarize because there's 20 pages of this. Primordial sea is a metaphor for the amniotic fluid in the mother's body. Oh. Wow, that's clever. And here, the desire of those caught in the accident to make their situation known elsewhere. From a psychology perspective, it can also refer to expressing one's existence to others. The desire to change. One characteristic of the human psyche is the presence of two opposing wills. The will to preserve the status quo and the will to break the balance, which maintains an equilibrium. The desire to visit the crash site arises from the latter of the two wills, which tries to break down the present situation of being stranded at the crash site. Chain-like spiral. Two different places and consciousnesses, intertwined and switching places with each other in chain and spiral patterns. The helical base sequence of DNA, yep, which makes sense. Frightens and frightened. The one that's frightened and the one that frightens. Is someone after Kokoro's life? Someone after... Is Kokoro after Yuni's life? What is the truth? Everyone keeps falling further and further into paranoia. While receiving blessings. In Christianity, death is regarded as the time of separation of the body and the mind. It is said that at the time of the death, the exhausted body is laid to rest while the mind is sanctified and receives heaven's blessing. The eternal boy, puer aeternus. The eternal boy is an example of what Jung, the famous psychologist, called human archetypes. Also referred to as Peter Pan syndrome, this refers to the mind of a person who is highly creative and rich in imagination, but, though as an adult, is immature at heart, which should lead them to be a source of problems in regards to social life. However, the meaning that fits freaking Uni, all right. However, the meaning is not that of the previous example. Instead, uses an allusion to Kasuda Yuna, bad ending only, and Yomogi Junichi, who died while still young. Promised land to return to. In the world's three primary religions, the Promised Land is the term used for Jerusalem, which is regarded as the land bestowed by God and which God visits. It couldn't be argued that Kokoro's discovery of Location X on the seventh day after the accident could only have occurred due to the act of the divine. An act of the divine. Return means both the escape from the mountains and the return of souls to their respective origins. God descends to the new world. The world brought forth by space-time transfer can be said to resemble a new world of God's creation. Within the cage is Kagome, hexagram, and Tereshkova's words is Kamome, seagull. In Kokoro's case is Kagome, sealed girl. She's not Pachuli. Who's that behind you? Yeah, prenatal. Another big clue to that. Polyhedron. Yep. Three-dimensional object surrounded by a surface composed of four or more polygons. Crucified rat. Likens when the rat fell into its near-death state to ingesting the poison. Isomorphism, a term from biology, means the similarity of form or structure. Mountain Cabin in 2012, Svea in 2011, Fuikawa and Satoru. Nucleotide, yay! Something from my field. Nucleotide is a molecule formed by an ester bond between nucleoside, sugar hydroxyl, and phosphoric acid. It's an element of nucleic acid. ATGC. And U in RNA. The mysteries of the space-time transfer phenomenon of the story are like nucleotides, intertwined in complex and chain-like ways. Miracle Child, one of the Jungian archetypes. Insertion. Inubushi orally inserts the candy into Satu's mouth with her own. Kokodo's mind in Satu's body, vice versa. In biochemistry, insertion is the addition of foreign DNA into the existing DNA sequence. The Epirunis? Hecate, a deity from the Greek pantheon, the goddess of death and ice, also be the goddess of the moon. Associated with witches. I do know that. The third area, Hotodubi mind. Third personality, that would be... What scene did I miss? Or last? Apoptosis, controlled cell death. As a result of a certain plan failing, the person who called himself Edamoto, regarding Yukito Satoru as your foreign body, killed him. Entity called Satoru vanished from the world as if through apoptosis. Basically, a long way of saying, fucked up, start over. Ambivalence, a psychology term. Ambivalence is a state of having simultaneous conflicting feelings like love and hate toward the same object. Feelings of others toward Satoru and Kokodo in their switched bodies. Feeling of Kokodo and Satoru toward themselves. And them toward each other. Eventually all of these became one. Aww. I missed a scene? Like, we still haven't the slightest clue to who Todi is. I hope these tips help explain it. Identification. Confirmation of sameness. Unification. Kokodo and Satoru were able to identify their own bodies and souls. By seeing their partner anew with their own eyes, they became... Yes! Woo! Straight up confirming it. They became able to unify with each other. Woo! Perhaps that is what is called love. Woo! Delta.
My motives are complex.
The fourth letter of the Greek alphabet represents a change in the value of a variable or function. A story that begins with alpha and omega will conclude at delta, just like the vertices of a triangle would intersect. Where is self? The words that come up many times within the story. Just what might they refer to? What exactly is self? Please tell me, because story sure as fuck didn't. Here we go. Fuyukawa Kokodo. Female, age 20, February 22nd, 1990. Wow. She's like only a slightly younger than my sister. By like a month, like 2 months. Blood type B. Third year social science student of humanities from Kimekan Women's University, anthropology. Intelligence average, physical strength average, cooperativeness high. Cooperativeness high. I can read. Personality, the type that believes in her emotions, honest with herself, extroverted. Well, that part certainly doesn't describe me. Brimming with curiosity, capricious, interested in the liberal arts. Hobbies, birdwatching, bonsai. Kokodo lives, believing in that the end justifies the means. Harmonious moods, fun things, dislike silence, fighting or quarreling, troublesome things, cucumbers. Oh man! She's so much like me. I despise cucumbers. Surface left-handed, interesting. I'm right-handed though. Beyond the surface represents the anima, female within the male archetype. The status out of 2011 is the female protagonist involved in the plane crash. She is fortunately saved and joins the other survivors of the incident. They are stranded on Snowy Mountain Syndrome. Together with the other survivors, she has no choice but to find a way to escape that isolated place. I hate fighting too in real life. But after the incident, Kokodo's mind and body experience abnormalities. Sometimes her mind and body separate, exchanging with Satoru, Finding memories switch back and forth between Snowy Mountain and Sphere. Satu. How much of this is true, I wonder? Yukito Satu male. What? What? Oh. Wait. They have the exact same birthday! What the fuck? Tickety dang, damn. Oh my god. Wow. Jeez, literally the exact same birthday. That is nuts. Goes to Kimeikan University Graduate School, Department of Technological Engineering, second-year master's student. As a member of the Quantum Physics Lab, skipped 2 grade levels. I'm employed in the 3rd research department of Lieblich Pharmaceuticals. Of course, Lieblich. Oh, I missed it. There we go. Intelligence very high. Physical strength average. Cooperativeness fairly low. Personality, the type that is willing to take action, but does so with caution. Tends toward a more rational way of thinking, does not trust others right away, interested in the sciences. Hobbies, reading, genre doesn't matter. His reading addiction is such that even a phone book can be fun to read. What? Damn, that's borderline freaking. That's nuts. How could you possibly have fun reading a phone book? That's not even narrative or kind of an exploratory, like, historical document. It's not even educational. That's kind of fucking messed up, man. Jeez. Likes being as good as his word, finding answers. Dislikes lies, keeps silent if he can't tell the truth, leaving things unfinished, breaking promises, pumpkins. Right-handed, originally a 4-year university student, but has skipped 2 grades. Beyond the surface represents animus, man within the female. Satoru and Mayuzumi were once going out. Status as of 2012. The real Satoru has a unique set of values. Although he is kind and devoted to a few people around him, he is cold-hearted with everyone else. Satoru does this to cherish someone who is very important. You have to lose something to gain something. Akito Satoru is the male protagonist. One day he falls from the roof of Sophia. Remembers he cannot remember the reason. Finds himself in a snowy mountain. Top of that, his body is inside Kokodo. They swap around and blah blah blah. We know this. Mayuzumi Lin. Female, age 23. Oh, she's older than him. Interesting. Office worker? She's freaking high and mighty for an office worker. I thought she was a fucking lawyer. She's an office worker? Really? Jeez. April 30th, 1987, blood type A, intelligence fairly high, really? Really? Physical strength low, fairly low, cooperatives low, not very low, not like absolute 0. Are you sure about that with cooperativeness? I believe this low should be crossed out and replaced with absolute 0. Wow, she is some kind of arrogant shit. She's not even a professional. Like, to be... My god. Seriously. Personality, strong-willed, very proud. At times, she worries greatly about her outward appearance. Slightly obsessed with cleanliness. Eats a very unbalanced diet. Sure doesn't look it. Is extremely picky. Seems to be considerably lacking in sympathy. Yes, definitely. Hobbies collecting clothes, hats, and shoes. That's cool. Likes her work, animals, high places, herself. Oh my god, that's too funny. Dislikes proud men losing to men, dirty jokes. Beyond the surface represents the persona mask archetype. She has a fiance. Satoru and Maizumi once in a relationship. They're presently mutually estranged, but she has feelings hidden within her heart. This is her status out of 2011. Maizumi mainly appears in the snowy mountain side of the story. During a business trip, uncooperative, she makes a point of standing in the way of the refugees, disturbing the unity of the group. She antagonistic towards men and hates them more than anyone else. And along with them, well, she was also antagonistic toward frickin' Kokodo too. She's just antagonistic towards everybody in general. A burden to the group and a troublemaker. You have to look really hard for any redeeming qualities. Satoru liked her at one point in the past. That's the reason why we're supposed to tolerate her, I guess. Himogi Seiji, age 35, birthday September 16th, 1975, blood type O, mountaineer. Intelligence average, physical strength very high, cooperativeness high. Personality, gentle, brave, and patient, has a good sense of humor. Very careful and always prepared. Hobbies, mountain climbing, exploring, all sports. He's a jock. Likes alcohol, self-discipline, stupid jokes. Dislikes. Things that disturb group harmony, betrayal, additives, and food. That's kind of specific. Beyond the surface represents the old wise man archetype. Husband of Utsumi. They had a child, but he became one of the victims of the mass murder incident. Dying at the hands of Inabushi Keiko, or did they? Or did he? Status as 2011. Yogi Seiji in the Snowy Mountain. Oh, goddammit. Traveling, he becomes involved in a plane crash. He possesses an abundance of emergency survival knowledge. He's also proficient in survival methods and possesses a portable device which has GPS functionality. Due to his keen insight, he takes on the role of group leader, but he's continuously hindered by the actions of some of his more assertively individualistic members. AKA Mayuzumi. Just say Mayuzumi. Utsumi Kali. Oh my god. Whoa! Utsumi is literally 1 week older than me. Wow! Oh my god! That's nuts! Gender female, age 27, blood type O. Occupation public school teacher. On the surface, temporarily retired. Intelligence high. Physical strength average. Cooperativeness extremely high. That's nuts! Personality generally gentle and kind. Sometimes goes overboard and borders on pampering. Easily moved to tears. Yeah, that part's me. But strong at heart. Incredibly scary when she snaps. Hobbies: cooking, kitchen, gardening, collecting vases. Likes taking care of others, listening to other people's stories, and to nature. The sound of the heartbeat. Playful jokes. Dislikes: things that make her think of death, actions that are harmful to nature, forsaking people. Surface. Half Indian. Beyond the surface represents the great mother archetype, Yimogi's wife. They had a child, but he was in the incident, in Inabushi Keiko. The loss of her child caused her great psychological suffering, which is why, until several months ago, she was institutionalized in a psychiatric hospital. In August of 2011, she gave birth. Newborns are fraternal twins. As their status of 2012. Mainly appeared at Sphia. Like Satoru, she is staying at Sphia. She is the mood maker and mediator of the group. Has extensive knowledge of psychology. for some reason she stays and does some very strange things from time to time. Says and does some strange things. He has a great hatred, obviously, towards Inabushi. Here we go. Now we're getting into the meat of things here. Inabushi Keiko. Female, age 20, April 30th, 1991, AB. A convicted criminal suffering from mental disorders, currently confined at Svea. Intelligence average. Physical strength extremely low? Bullshit! Bull fucking shit! She freaking shanked 11 people. How is physical strength extremely low? That's kind of bullshit. Cooperativeness extremely low. Personality. Aggressiveness only for the moment. Extreme cyclothymia. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Changes her evaluation of other people excessively. Loves despair and fierce hope. Dang. Freaking Junko Nishima here. Has a tendency towards borderline personality disorder. Hobbies: talking by phone, email, and chat. Likes: pleasure, total despair. My god. Attracting others' attention, self-mutilation. Those who will accept who she is, whom she can cling. Dislikes: being abandoned, unreliable dreams, half-hearted sympathy and hope, facile statements stemming from popular opinion, etc. Represents shadow archetype, the one who Kogoto sees as the real Susukage Otori. Right. She never actually met Inabushi. The body is the same, but they're different individuals. Has DID, is their status out of 2012. Mainly appears at Svea. She herself isn't particularly aware of it, but she takes pleasure in trifling with her surroundings, often causing problems. She finds Utsumi irritating. She tries to tell how to do it. She has no particular attachment in life, a burden to the group and a troublemaker. Yet, not as much of a burden as frickin' Mayuzumi was. Uni! Uni, gender male, age 11 and 12. Birthday October 19th, 1999. A baby, 5th and 6th grade, intelligence very high. Physical strength appropriate for his age. Cooperative, sometimes ridiculously high, sometimes unbelievably low. Personality, innocent, cowardly but kind-hearted. Very quick-witted. Hobbies: occult-related activities, tarot, divination. Likes lively things, happy things, friends. I'm guessing there's a lot referring to the younger Uni. Dislikes: materialism, loneliness, lively. See, we didn't even get a hint of that he disliked Liveleg. Beyond the surface represents the trickster archetype. Because the Uni on the mountain knows about everything. Somehow he appears in both. His abundant knowledge related to the occult, especially theology. He sometimes surprises those around him with his predictions of the future. An enigmatic boy appears in both places. What are his true intentions? We don't know. Minamoto Naoya, here we go. Age 21, birth November 27th, 1990, Sagittarius. Blood type B, employed in the 3rd Research Department of Liveleg. Intelligence high, physical strength average, cooperativeness very low. Seemingly cold-hearted but deeply emotional. Intellectual, calm, poor at expressing emotions. Hobbies: work, crossword puzzles, Sudoku. Likes machines. Dislikes uncivilized environments. Surface. The man lurking under the facility knows everything about the space-time transfer. Beyond the surface, displeased with the flaws born from Satsuru's memory. Loss as well as the caprices of the fetal twins. but not being able to stop them, he silently observes the course of events. He's Saturu's colleague. Together with Satoru, he created the space-time warping device and executed the plan. We still know nothing about it. Suzukage Hotori, here we go! Yukito Sayaka, what the fuck? Full name, Suzukage Hotori, the true Hotori. Age 19, October 30th, 1991. College preparatory school student, average everything. Personality, introverted, quiet, shy around strangers. Hobbies, film, especially titles with female leads. Music, rearranging a room, traveling alone. Likes, good-looking women. Oh. I wonder. Keeping things tidy and in order. Dislikes overly bright or noisy places, messy rooms. Surface suffers from acute aphasia. Yep, definitely. Due to the shock from the plane crash. Beyond the surface, after being caught in the plane crash, she wanders alone in the snowy mountains before eventually collapsing in the middle of a snowfield. Due to the space-time transfer, her mind transfers in and out of Inubushi's body. I'm surprised Inubushi didn't freak the fuck out. Mainly appears in Spia, however, the body she resides in is Inubushi Keiko's. Her real body is in Snowfield, yep. I don't know why Yomogi is all the way over here. Oh no, Yomogi Junichi is their son. And her male 9 at the time of death, January 14th, 1999, 4th grade student, average cooperativeness high, cheerful, honest, innocent, likes sports and cycling, physical act of making his parents happy. Oh, dislikes being alone. Oh god. 2 years ago he was killed by Inubushi. He was only in flashbacks. Outstanding, athletic, and honest, he was an ideal child, loved by his family. His death brought unimaginable despair and hatred to his parents. Bring on madness. Okay, now, apparently, as you say, Serene, the only one that's important out of all these. Yukito Sayaka, who we've never even fucking seen. Full name, Yukito Sayaka, gender female, age 10 at time of death. Oh, so she's 53 pages! What is a fucking novel that I'm looking at visually? Oh my god, okay. So she has DID. 4th grade student 11 years ago. She died 11 years ago. Hello, Oliverage. Intelligence changes according to personality. Dominant is average. Physical strength, cooperativeness, and personality changes. Her personality changes according to the personality. Really, I would have never guessed. Dominant personality is gentle, pure-hearted, strong, and intelligent. Hobbies, likes, and dislikes changes according to personality, but dominant personality is all around good and nice person. Jeez, okay. Satoru's younger sister and fraternal twin, who we never heard of before, died 11 years prior, diagnosed with DID. Yukito Sayaka is Satoru's beloved sister that he never mentioned. A person who is no longer in this world. She appears in a... Really? When? Her death is the reason Satoru ends up designing and executing the current plan. The following pages contain a chronology of events which released in the PSP version. Oh, here we go! Here we go! The full version contains information from Never 7 and Never 17, but only parts from Remember 11 are preserved here. Oh, this must be the timeline thing. So, okay, so it's here, so I don't have to read that page. Okay. I see. That's good. So I don't have to read the timeline page then when we read the webpage. Just the summary. Yukito Sayaka, 1975. Oh, never mind, I'm reading it. 1975, Yamogi is born. 84, Utsumi is born. Oh, literally a week before I was born. I still can't get over that. 87, Maizumi Lin is born. Satoru, Kokoto, and Sayaka are born all on the same day. And a year later, or rather 6 months or something, 8 months or something later, Naoya is born, and Emoto is born. 1991, Inabushi Keiko is born. '90, Suzuka Yotori is born. Wow, here's some story that never actually got into the game. Here we go. 1998, date unknown. Both of Satoru's parents are murdered. The culprit was their daughter Sayaka. Jesus Christ, that's terrifying. The trial proceedings result in Sayaka being diagnosed with DID. As such, she is found innocent but admitted to a mental institute. Around that time, a number of similar incidents sporadically take place. Oh, this must be Self. Ultimately leading to a revision of the penal code in the following years. 1998, Sayaka is transferred to Leiblich Research Facility. 1999, Yomogi Junichi is born. 2001, the existence of Sayaka is lost forever. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? The existence of Sayaka is lost. Was she, like, died in an experiment? Like, was she erased from history or something? Satoru acknowledges that he participated in her death. However, that is only as it appears. Satoru, overtaken with grief at the loss of his sister, continues to search for the true reason behind her death. The real culprit behind her murder. Satoru immerses himself in obsessive study. So she's the girl that we saw at the very beginning that never showed up again. Yeah, I'm gonna say this really feels incomplete. This really feels incomplete. What the fuck happened to her? 2017, unknown. Due to the revisions in the penal code, Spia? Oh, there's more than one Spia. It's all because of Self, I guess. Going on a fucking rampage. I still think that ages thing is kind of bullshit. Like, they literally just must have put that there so they could have the acronym SPIA instead of SPI. 2008, April, Satoru and Kokoto both go to college. 2008, Satoru meets Enomoto and they deepen the bonds of their friendship. 2008, summer, Satoru and Maizumi begin dating. Why do they spell her name wrong? 2008, date unknown, DSM-4 is published. Date unknown, the dual surname bill is passed. 2009, oh so fine. Awazumi City Municipal Hospital. Awazumi City Municipal Hospital spree killing, not killing spree incident occurs. You know, that's where Inabushi went berserk. Inabushi uttered the words, "Where is Self?" before her arrest. Inabushi was diagnosed with DID and fined at SPIA. 2009, date unknown. Jumping at the opportunity of the Awazumi incident, Satoru builds confidence in his own thinking. Borrowing Inabushi's words, he christens the transcendental will, or rather intelligence, as Self. Whoa, you're skipping some things. What is the transcendental will? What is that? That's... Where'd you think of this thing? Can such a being really exist? Was this evidence of his existence? Was it an illusion created from his desire for it to exist? Okay, so it feels like we skipped something. Oh my... That's it. The plan was to literally find Self and kill him. Oh my god. Satoru devises and executes a plan. Did the plan work? The Yukido plan. Why is Self going on a rampage and killing everybody though? So Inabushi must be innocent. It was to have been Self possessing her for some reason? 2009. April. Satoru and Enomoto skipped 2 years to become 4th years. Satoru revealed his plan to Enomoto, seeking his collaboration. He hides his motives about Sayaka, explaining his motives as entirely scientific. Feeling empathy for Satoru's values and way of thinking, the half-adoring Enomoto consents. Well, we have still many pages to go. March. Satoru and Enomoto graduate. Satoru enters graduate school at the same time, finds employment after Lieblich scouts him. Enomoto is also employed by Lieblich. Satoru and Enomoto are assigned to Engineering Research Division 3. They begin their independent project at Lieblich, using their top-secret molecular quantum teleportation equipment as a base. They start working on space-time transfer equipment. 2010 summer, Satoru and Mayuzumi break up. 2010, date unknown. Trials surrounding a certain cloned human's birth are held in Japan. Oh. This seems more about, Okay, bye Luca, thank you so much for coming. This one seems more about, Ever 17. The accused, a single scientist, produced a clone of his own son. Soon his secret was leaked and he was put on trial. He was given a life sentence. However, after the contents of the cloned boy's testimony were reported, public opinion instantly reversed and the movement started to revise the law. Yep, this is more stuff about, Ever 17 here. Date unknown, proclamation on clone law revisions. 2010, autumn. Space-time transfer equipment development encounters difficulties. 2011, this year solar winds observed the highest in recorded history. Here we go, now here's stuff that happens during the game. 2011, Satoru makes a large-scale plan with space-time transfer equipment still incomplete. The goal is on-site data acquisition. 2011, Kokoda's viewpoint. Kokoda boards a small aircraft for flight HAL 18 to Wakadai in order to meet Inabushi, Asagi Island. Aboard the same plane are Yamogi, Mayuzumi, and Yuni. Aboard the same flight as Otori, who still hasn't factored into the story. Past 4 p.m., 31 crew members and passengers on flight HAL 18 disappeared from radar in the mountain district of southern Aomori Prefecture. The police and related departments established a temporary headquarters and immediately searched for the airframe and passengers. But the unusually bad weather makes the search difficult. Flight HAL 18 crashes. Space-time transfers begin to occur between the Asagi Island, January 2012 circle, and the Hotarubi, July 2011 circle. At first, personality change did not occur with the transfer, because Kokoda was not inside the Mount Akakuta circle. In 2012, Uni uses the space-time transfer to move from the Asagi Island circle to Akakuta 2011. same time, 2011, Uni wanders into the Osaki Island Circle and they swap. They swap spots physically. 2012, Uni leads the 3 survivors to the cabin. At this time, 2012, Uni brings the cabin the newspaper from 6 months in the future. From 8:02 p.m. on. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna start getting questions answered. Along with the transfer, an exceptional phenomenon occurs. Yep. Basically, the 3 cycles are Kokodo, Satoru, and the elder brother, twin, fetus, and the younger sister twin goes with Hotori and Inabushi. Yep, that's how. Okay, that's the cycle of the swaps. Interesting. They didn't talk about freaking Utsumi in the hospital in this timeline. How they hooked her up to that machine without her knowing. Like. 2011, date unknown. Satoru comes across news of the missing people from Flight 18. Although the passenger names were read out loud in news broadcasts, Satoru was concentrating on finding a test site and failed to hear Maizumi's name. According to theories derived by Satoru's group, the length of the transfer time for space-time transfer, time-slip period is proportional to the transfer room range. Transferring over a long period of time requires a vast area of land, so a narrow country like Japan was deemed unsuitable. Therefore, he chose Australia to be the test site. He makes arrangements to fly to Australia and have an extended stay. His day of departure is January 18th. 2011, January 15th. Satoru comes to Mount Nakakura from 2012 via transfer. Discovers a collapsed Totori in the snowfield. Satoru treats her like a corpse. In reality, she is only near death, as you guys showed me with the CGs. And he said that Inabushi didn't notice because she was likely unconscious. The fact that Hotori's body was able to hang on for a full fucking week is a goddamn miracle. By an unnatural chance, the cabin refugee satellite phone connects to the mountain rescue team. That was January 16th. January 17th. After July 17th, 2011, the Hotarubi Circle is vacated, so that in the event of a space-time transfer, no personality exchange occurs. Early morning, Kokodo discovers a collapsed girl in the snowfield. At this point, Hotori has already completely expired, and her body becomes a corpse. Around 6:53 a.m., an avalanche occurs at Point X. Around 6:58 a.m., the prolonged blizzard weakens. The rescue team arrives at the site of the incident. There they find 27 corpses out of 31 crew members and passengers. Around the same time, they rescued the sole survivor, Uni. They also discover evidence that other survivors were in the refuge cabin. It was confirmed that Uni and others had survived in the refuge cabin since the crash on the 11th until the 17th. Throughout that day, Flight 18's crash was reported on the news. Evening, Satoru comes across news of Flight 18's crash. Satoru becomes convinced of Maizumi's death. While feeling sorrow, Satoru also begins to wonder if he can rescue Maizumi using space-time transfer. More information about the incident reminds Satoru of an interesting stage. He suddenly cancels departure to Australia, but since the equipment is still incomplete, his plan cannot be executed at this point in time. 2011, date unknown. Satoru, seeking a clue, interviews Uni, the sole survivor. Uni that day was of an unsound mind and unable to give an adequate story, but he possessed an important item, a terabyte disk. Yep, it's the freaking bootstrap paradox for this thing. The disk is totally a fucking bootstrap paradox. Jeez Louise, come on! Satoru analyzes the disk he had inherited from Uni, including encrypted information, but Satoru successfully decrypts it. The disk indeed includes various information information only the reader would know, or all the information the reader wants to know. Really? That's kind of a weird way to put it. 2011, Satu to complete the space-time transfer equipment based on the information in the terabyte disk. It makes major amendments to his plan. Test site is not Australia, but 3 points in Japan. Nanagakuta, Aosagi, and Hotodubi. The goal is not data acquisition, but the rescue of Mayuzumi and the other victims of Flight 18's crash. And to see self in the space-time and define it. That's it! Yep, that's his master plan. But where does self even come from? Like, why is self mass murdering people? In 2011, Satoru seeks Uni's cooperation to execute his plan. As usual, he makes use of information on the terabyte disk to persuade Uni. Uni answers Satoru's call in order to save Kokodo. 2011, his plan preparations progress. For one stage, he remodels the abandoned ruins of Hotorubi Mine in Moeki Village. He drills a dome shape into the mine and paints the ceiling, walls, and floor pure white. The mysterious room where one's own standing point is ambiguous is complete. Next, he gives Uni and Enomoto detailed instructions. However, he intentionally hides some information. Information he is afraid could bring hindrances to his plan. 2011 July, Satoru steps up at the Hotorubi mine, completing the space-time transfer equipment. In 2011, Satoru and Enomoto perform a small-scale space-time transfer and exchange bodies. Here we go! Here we go! Okay, so they did it as a test. And they just stayed that way? Why did they keep it that way? Okay. Damn, original Satoru was a fucking freak of nature. So Satoru is Satoru, but he has Enomoto's like really freaking hot body. Okay, 2011, July 4th. After the snow melted on July 3rd, 3 decomposed male and female corpses are found on Akakura. The authorities announced that 3 remaining people missing, at least as of the details published in the newspapers, but we don't know if that's true. Yep, the validity of the article is unknown. Also possible it's a fake newspaper article, which is the only possibility that makes sense right now. 2011, July 12th. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting to see how Utsumi is brought into this. Utsumi is confined to the basement of Hotorubi. I don't know, like, was she kidnapped? Like, how did they get her to go there? She's pregnant with twin fetuses. She never even mentioned this? Like, what the fuck? Jeez. Operation of the space-time transfer equipment begins. All this is done by Satoru's group. About 4:30. Space-time transfer begins between the Mount Akakura, January 2011 circle, and the Aosagi Island, January 2012 circle. It really is, Halimraj. It's a net profit for Satoru. in that transfer exchange. From here on, the transfer phenomenon occurs at irregular intervals until terminated by the equipment. These irregular transfers are generally unpredictable, even to the designer. But for this plan, they all know when it's going to happen. Yep, many identical repetitions of the same history. 8 or 2 p.m. on, along with the transfer, an exceptional phenomenon occurs. Why did they do this, though? And we know who's exchanging with who. Tragic events occurred due to the fetus's colic. Continues in good fun. Jeez. When Sophia transferred to the Hotel Ruby Circle 2012, Enomoto is murdered by a fetus. They still haven't told us who was chasing around Kokodo when she was in Satoru's body with a knife. Like, who was chasing her around? They never told us this. They just skipped that over. Ah, jeez. Enomoto's murdered body is 2012 Satoru's, yes. Thank God. I think day 2. Got before us. It's when, you know, when Kokodo transfers into his body and she's in the pitch black basement and someone is coming after her. And remember when she spends all that time outside trying to avoid someone coming to kill her? And like I had some frustrating time and some kind of loop of choices. Guppy Force? That time. When she got killed in the fucking bathroom twice. Oh, that's day 4. Why would Utsumi try to randomly kill Satoru then? Wait, Enomoto? Wait, it was, God, really? That was Enomoto. So what about day 2 then? Got before us. So Enomoto didn't say anything and just chased Satoru's body around in the dark. And we still haven't heard why they wanted to put the fetuses there. Why? And how did Utsumi agree to this? Like, how did they get Utsumi to agree to this? As a result, this is an unexpected turn of events, or is it? 2011, July 16th. Utsumi is free from the Hoterubi basement and never says a word about this ever again. All of this is done by Satoru's group. There's... I don't understand. 2011, July 17th, onward, Hoterubi Circle is vacated. No personality change occurs. July 18th, Space Sound Transfer Equipment reaches the final level. 2011, August, Utsumi's twins are born. Okay, it's because she was institutionalized. That she took advantage. Okay, I see. 2012, Satoru and Utsumi come to Asaki Island Sphere. Utsumi as the patient, Satoru is staff. January 11th, Satoru returns the terabyte disk to Uni's room in Sphere. And he re-encrypts the data that he doesn't want other people to read. Uni waits outside of Asaki Island Circle for the next transfer. Here we go. Here's something. Satoru's viewpoint. Satoru climbs Sphere's clock tower. As if Lord, the shadow of someone appears. Satoru, that's in Enomoto's body, falls from the sphere clock tower with a lightning bolt. At the same time, Satoru loses the personality as Satoru, I, and his memory. Huh? Wait, the empty shell I from here on suffers from an unnatural memory defect, as if someone's memories have been transplanted. 4:30. Transplanted? Huh? The Mount Nakakuda, January 2011 circle on Nochirubi. 11 circles start to transfer. At first, personality exchange did not occur. Uni used this to get from there and, used to swap the two unis physically. Almost done, people, almost done! Along with the transfer, an exceptional phenomenon occurs. Yep, we know this. Who is the fucking someone who did it? Who? Seriously. Around 8:40 p.m., Yumi and Utsuki discovered the terabyte disk. Inspect the contents. Here on 2011 Uni is in possession of the disk. 2012, January 16th. On July 17th, 2011 on. You could say whatever you need to, Emiya. There are no spoilers anymore. The 2DB circle is vacated. No exchange occurs. 2012, January 17th. Avalanche crisis is overcome. Thanks to the efforts of Satoru's group, everybody's alive. Kokoto, Satoru, Maizumi, Mogi, Utsumi. Inabushi is not alive. She's dead. 2012, Uni and the twins. At Osagi Island Shores. Uni is taking care of himself in the refuge cabin. Soon to be taken over the rescue team. The last space-time transfer, the final level occurs. Satoru, I, is lost in this world. His destination? Wow. What? Was the plan a success as expected? Inabushi is alive and Hotori is the dead one? Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. Oh god, why was she keeping quiet the whole time then? Oh no. Poor Hotori. Was the plan a success? Was it a failure? Where is self? Exactly. What is self? Why is self? The eternally inescapable labyrinth of memories. The shadow, Satoru. Yes, who is that? It is already imprisoned in space-time. It may have been self. So, somehow, I don't understand how all the swappings trapped self. And so Satoru's original personality got destroyed somehow? Like, I get that it's a trap for self. I don't understand how it's a trap for self. I figured that one out. I figured that out like before, but I don't understand how it acts as a trap. Oh god, you know what, you guys? I'm gonna read the Well, that's not satisfying, Serena. But then why did Self kill everybody? I wouldn't want to do that. This is really complicated. I'm gonna read the Remember 11 Explained. I wish I could put this up on the screen. But it says, okay. Here's a blog that's going to explain a whole bunch of shit. Oh my god. I'm gonna... Oh, freaking hard drive. Just... Alright, here we go. There's, I don't want to display the entire screen. Oh god, that would be a fucking nightmare away. Seriously. That sounds ridiculously risky. Oh wait, I'm not gonna display the screen capture. I'm going to read I'm gonna try to read this website. Okay. Here's just the first page is explaining the jumps, and here we go. They're explaining the red room. We know that the red room is inside the womb here, and I'm just trying to see. Yeah, they're explaining Alpha is the baby. Yeah. Okay, this is next Inabushi and Hotori. Okay, here we go. Is Hotori a DID personality? No. We initially assume Hotori is just one of those, but we find that they're separate. And that Hotori and Inabushi exchange. Right. Hotori's personality is... The body is controlled by Hotori in Kokodo's root and Inabushi in Satoru's root. I'm just trying to see if that, like, when things are new. Okay, here we go. During her stay at Sphia, Hotori had a few episodes where she starts freaking out, and those tend to happen when she's in a room with a mirror. Imagine being in a plane crash, waking up in a strange building without the ability to speak. Having random daydreams about a warm red room and a cold dark room, some look in the mirror and seeing the face reflected as not yours. Of course, it's natural for her to freak out, and it's worse than when Kokodo pins her down, thinking her murderous personality is coming out. Later on, she awakens in a pool of blood, holding a knife. She also has a random tantrum on the third day without looking at the mirror. Well, that's when the snowstorm started dying down, and she realized exactly what's happening to her body. And unfortunately for her, she ultimately dies in her own body. Yep. That's terrible. Oh, god damn it. Her body is retrieved and she is listed as one of the victims of the crash. And contrary to what Satoru believes, Inabushi didn't die in Otori's body on the first day, and Otori's body survived somehow to the 7th day, against all odds. Like, Yamogi would be like,
Seriously, what the fuck?
Inabushi is still as talkative as ever in the epilogue. As a side note, something that could have helped her live until the 7th day, here we go, is the transfer phenomenon. At each transfer, Otori's body spends 33 minutes in the 3rd area and another 33 at Nosaki Island. Yeah, but she didn't eat or drink anything that entire time. She slept outside in a freezing blizzard for most of the time. That's hardly a fucking explanation. But that begs the question, why does Inabushi identify herself as Otori? How does she even know the name? That's what I said before. That's probably because Otori first met Uni when he came to Sphia, curled up in his room. The real Otori must have written her name for him because he later refers to her as Otori. Okay. And she originally thought it was her DID, another personality. And she thinks that she's another shadow. And somehow, apparently, Inabushi, she threatens the baby because she thought the baby was the one. She realized somehow that the baby is the cause of everyone's problems. And Otori does have an unused bride. Next, the Alpha and the Omega. Okay, this basically explaining the what happened to Alpha, like why Alpha did what he did. Like, if she doesn't take the sleeping pills. There was somehow freaking the sister, freaking Alpha's sister, being just a fucking psycho and coming in and just pushing his head under. Jesus Christ. What is the source of the sounds in the room before the lights go out? Like Otori knocking on the door, a snowstorm, or rats, or some snow. So it's some random bullshit sound. So we don't know who entered the room. There's some room for doubt. She may have wanted to incapacitate Satoru. It's okay. I'm reading it. I'm just reading. I'm just trying to read what's relevant here. I can link it on the Discord. This website. We can paste a link to it. And the next mystery is the stabbing in the dark. Here we go. On the 2nd day, Satoru is stabbed during the blackout. Stabbing happens when Alpha is in control. Satoru sees a shadowy figure in the darkness immediately after being stabbed. I can't believe Never 7 is important. Really, Emiya? Really? God damn it. Just that the beginning of Never 7 was so boring. Maybe someday I'll try to get to Never 7 again. Satoru sees a shadowy figure in the darkness immediately after being stabbed. If Satoru fights it, he is killed and the figure kisses Satoru. Okay, so it was Inabushi. Okay. So Inabushi really is just a killer. if you look closely at the hands holding the knife, they show it's Inabushi with a high probability. Interesting. The album has 4 sets of hands holding the knife. I see. Since Inabushi has the knife, that implies Omega is the one who stabbed Alpha. Right. Because those babies are fucking psychotic. Seriously. I am deeply worried about their children. Jeez. You really think number 7 is worth it? I mean, yeah, because the beginning was testing my patience. There were so many choices that just felt so. I was overwhelmed with the amount of choices in Never 7 when I tried to play it a couple of years ago. Okay. So basically, what you have to realize in this story is that whenever the babies are in control, they are fucking murderous, psychotic assholes. And yeah, we know that they're responsible for the death of Enomoto. And if Kokodo is entrusted with the rations, she finds that the can is empty. Oh, wow, jeez. Yep, that would make sense. It's almost like she knew that somehow that was her baby. That's somehow. Jeez. But that would imply she knew anything about the transfer. Alright, next, Satoru, Enomoto, and Ore. Or I. Oh my god, there's some really interesting concept art here of Satoru and Enomoto. Some really cool expressions there. So yeah, he doesn't. Okay, if Satoru enters the 3rd area on the 7th day, he doesn't like calling him Enomoto. Yeah, the bland with the blonde hair is the Enomoto now. Yeah, we know this. Yep. The body controlling is Enomoto's. Yeah. They're just talking about the different ore pronouns and atashi and watashi that the different personalities of Enomoto and Satoru used it, and you could tell who's in control. Okay, so something happens to the original Satoru's personality from what it's trying to say when he fell off the bell tower. Somehow something happened to his original personality. And the new Satoru, who we don't even know, what happened, like how on earth they got created. Here we go. And here's the tip. If he's not actually Satoru, then perhaps his memories are transplanted. So who is this new Satoru? And there's a tip, 054 memory transplant, that says, can I assume that this limited knowledge composed of only ACE was all that was available to this person? and that therefore is reasonable, for this reason that the person couldn't put any other memories inside me. It might be that I'm only able to know what this person knows. If this person doesn't know something, neither can I. My memories and this person's memory are the same. He knows Saturu's name and age, the current date, where he is, the layout of Sphia, in Ibushi's past, the accident on Mount Akakura, the fact that he was in a relationship with Mayuzumi, just like for pumpkins, that doesn't like wearing watches on his wrists. In essence, he only knows things that we learn from Kokudo's root. He knows nothing more or less than what is revealed on our first playthrough. So whose memories were transplanted into Ore? This is nuts. My god. I really wish we had the third route in the game to explain this. Because this would be mind-blowing. To reevaluate the entire second route of who the new Satoru is. Holy shit. This is mind-blowing. Like, he's like not even really an Emoto. He's not even really Satoru. He's like a created Satoru. Holy shit. So he's like a different person. But we don't even know what happened to the original Satoru. His soul, I mean. And then we've asked the following question: where is self? Here we go. 2006, unknown date. Satoru, after many years of investigation, becomes acquainted with the existence of a transcendental will that gives a subjugation-like influence over the minds and wills of humans. Although he would hesitate to call it a theory, but instead more occult-like, Satoru considers to be the true culprit behind Sayaka's murder. And he plans to lure self to this world. (2011) date unknown. He planned to seize self. It's clear that Satoru hates self because he thinks it killed his sister Sayaka. He spends 5 years trying to lure self and trap it. So it's no wonder that Satoru detests the very thought of self and he returns with contempt. The memories of that guy, they're talking about self as that guy. The prologue never says that Satoru was pushed off, really? Oh my god. That's nuts. That is nuts. Tip 008, that guy tells us this. We already read this, but I want to read it again. For this person, there is no past, no future. The concept of time does not exist. A place devoid and absent has the following properties. The power to manipulate humans. Zero-dimensional and transcendental outside of their realm. Actions are not restricted by time. Its memories were transplanted into I. Its memory is imperfect and restricted to what Kokoto learns in her root. So what is self? as a being whose perspective is aligned with the player. Or sure, you might say self as a player. That's not exactly true, because we don't know about the whole killer thing. Yes, the power to mind tack. Yes, Guppy Force. Imperfect memory. Ori knows, self knows only things we learn from the new Satoru knows only things we learn from Kokodo. He knows bits about Satoru's relationship with Mayuzumi, but we don't know why they broke up because it was never brought up. That's just completely nuts. I so wish this was in the story. Cause you could bring some whole there could be some whole badass story about arc, how the new Satoru, freaking asserting his own existence and his own humanity, and that would be such a badass ultimate ending. That, seriously. Oh man, this is a huge missed opportunity. God, imagine how epic that would be. I'm just trying to oh my god. Revealing the truth of quote unquote Satoru's identity. Rather than you having to intuit this, just imagine this being revealed. In a section that takes place in 2012 after everything. Oh my god. That would have been so fucking cool. And I would have loved to see an ending where the new Satoru asserts his identity as his own person. God, that is such a shame. That would have been just my imagination is going wild right now. I imagine if the third root existed, self and self's actions, in killing his sister and the Inabushi murders, may as well have been explained better, as you said. He knows about Inabushi's history because Kokodo read the file, but Satoru doesn't know about his own parents because it was never brought up in Kokodo's chapter. Something to note is that self doesn't give Satoru all of its memories. Right. Our Satoru doesn't know what will happen in the future. He doesn't know he'll meet Kokodo. He doesn't know he'll murder a man on the fourth day, and he's initially unfamiliar with Kokodo's face. So this seems this seems almost self definitely has more of a will than just us being a player. Just like in Ever 17, Blickwinkle. Is has their own will and everything, and is their own person. I don't want fake Satoru. I don't want the fake Satoru to disappear. I love the fake Satoru. He's really cool. My theory is that the fake Satoru will assert his own will in my vision of the true root and be with Kokodo. Because I think that would be the coolest possible ending to this story. Because basically, the recurring question in Remember 11 is what is self? What is self? And I want at the end of the story, like the our Satu to scream into like his answer to the question, what is self? And that would free him from this endless cycle and like, to resolve everything. And like I think that would be so cool. Yeah, I know fake Satu is not literally self created fake Satu somehow. And Kokoto notices self in some of her bad endings. Right. Yeah, fake Satu is a character created by self. It's almost, yeah, to participate in the story. But I think that's so cool. Like, I think the greatest ending would be for Satu to break free of self, to be his own person. Because the real Satu was kind of an asshole. He's pretty sick. I want Satu. I want Are you sure that the other Satu completely disappears? Then what happens to Satu's body? Like, Emiya. By making choices on behalf of the characters, you can guide their actions directly to manipulate humans. You guide Kokoto through the snow, you prevent Satu from getting stabbed and shape his feelings. But self can also affect characters indirectly. Regardless of what you choose for Kokoto for choosing food, everyone chooses the same option. If you let Yomogi guard the rations, Kokoto will give it to Yomogi. However, if you let Kokoto safeguard the rations, he will still try to give it to Yomogi, but he rejects her. Interesting. So self, thoughts, and decisions do not just affect Kokoto and Satu. They leak out and affect the entire world. That self is referred to as Watashi. Interesting. Self follows Kokoto around, allowing us to observe, collect information, and then basically self, yeah, created. Yeah. Watashi is self, and basically is what they're saying, the eye, another one of the eyes, Watashi. And then self creates the fake Sasadu. Oh my god. The red and blue accept each other things. Red accepts blue because blue was created from red without the information obtained from Kokoto and self. Our Satu would not exist because he would have no memories or personality. He only exists because of Kokoto. Oh my god. If you take out Kokoto from Satu, you're left with with the ore that the real Satu refers to himself. In other words, Yukido is transformed into our Satu because of Kokoto. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is insane. Seriously, the fact that this didn't get a proper third route is a crying shame. So the basically the death of Sayaka is how did we kill Sayaka? We barely even saw Sayaka exactly. How did Self kill Sayaka? And like her death was in quotes. There is strong evidence that Sayaka is Inabushi, so her body must have survived. Yes, she looks very similar. And that Sayaka's personality died is basically what they're assuming. That would be super interesting. Recall that Self can create personalities out of nothing, and it overwrote Yukida's personality with, the new Satoru causing his quote-unquote amnesia. Seriously, that is a mind-blowing plot twist that I think is so fucking cool. Like, I just, that is incredible. So the theory is that our misconception of seeing Sayaka in the prologue caused us to think that she was Keiko. And that's why she killed people, because we thought she was Keiko. Oh my god. That's terrifying. That Self is a being whose will affects the world without even realizing it. Oh my god. That's terrifying. That is a terrifying entity. Holy shit, that's like an SCP type shit, like a freaking Keter SCP here. This is basically a crazy ass special containment procedures. And Self is a massively dangerous Keter entity. This is really one of the more esoteric, reminds me of some of the more esoteric SCPs when looked at from this perspective. Oh my god. My mind is currently being blown. It is a fucking crime that we don't have the third route to like say this within the story directly. That you really have to suss this out, like, because it is fucking incredible. And like we needed the timeline and stuff to see this. Another interpretation is that Satoru, something might have happened with Satoru to kill her. Initially, there were plans. Oh, here we go. An excerpt from an interview. Uchikoshi says, initially there were plans to include a scene where Satoru would kill his sister because of the player's choice. Nakazawa says, although we didn't show such a direct depiction, we hope you can see that if you read between the lines. You have to read a lot between the lines. Since he has such a cute younger sister, it's difficult to imagine. So Satoru himself doesn't understand, why did I have to take her life? With that thought, he came to the conclusion that I was being manipulated by something at the time. That something is Self, that guy. From there, the Yukido plan is devised to take revenge. At first glance, it seems to be ridiculous, but that's the reality. Something was wrong, even though I don't know why I did such a thing. That's one interpretation of why I acted strangely at the time, he's thinking. Right, that's another possibility. Like, I think an awesome ending would be the new Satoru living permanently in Enomoto's body, while basically the original Satoru and Sayaka get to ascend and live happily in the afterlife or something together. Like he gets what he wanted in the end. Like he gets to be reunited with Sayaka and things get explained there. The message to take is that Inabushi Keiko is controlling Sayaka's body. Inabushi and Sayaka share the same blood type, which can't be faked. Hair color is the same. A reason to believe that the Keiko personality is not a natural one. On third day, Satoru thinks the following about Inabushi. Oh, that CG should be in the gallery with the 100% file. That's true. We can go look at it. Okay, let's take a look. Why are we saving system data? It's 100% fucking save file. Oh my god! That's the CG. They're on a giant ass fish thing. Wow. Oh my god. That's amazing. That's amazing. I think I'm gonna leave the. I think I'm gonna end on that. But oh my god, that is a total Ever 17 moment. Absolutely relaxed. But I think her eating a freaking a piece of a whole head of lettuce with ketchup on it is peak Ever 17 right there. Satoru thinks about Inabushi saying, I still can't bring myself to hate Hotori. Even if she's a mass murderer, I can't abandon her. I can't really put it into words, but I somehow feel the shadow of a very similar existence within the girl called Hotori. There are two ways to look at this statement. As Satoru, Keiko is similar to him in that she is his twin sister. As the fake Satoru, who they call Ore, Keiko could be similar to him in that they're both created when self overwrote the mean personality residing in their host bodies. And of course, Inabushi muttered this after the hospital incident. Where is self? This could be a direct link to self and Satoru. Furthermore, Inabushi and Sayaka has the same voice actress. Oh wow! And in the official Remember 11 fan book, there's a graphic that connects Inabushi and Sayaka. Wow. Yes, Sayaka was transferred to Livelik. So yeah. And self is a zero-dimensional creature that is not bound by the rules of time. So basically, that explains time paradoxes. Self caused Sayaka's personality to die, either by overriding it with murderous personality of Inabushi Keiko, or by manipulating Sasuru into damaging her psyche. That's terrifying. Okay, you guys, you know what? I think I covered the basics of this. I'm going to read more of this myself in the future, but this story, when you read more of it, like the explanations, is fucking incredible. Do I wish there was more? Do I wish it went further? Do I wish we had an epic scene where our Satoru asserts his own identity in front of Self and like takes his own claims that he's his own life? Oh, but you want me to do the Inabushi in the Yukido plan? Really? Okay, I so wish that so desperately. But, like, seriously, but this is so fucking cool. And I really would so desperately want to learn more. If this game is remade with the third route, you can bet your ass I'm gonna play it. Seriously. Oh my god. I would totally want to fucking see it. Like, that would be so incredibly badass. The way that Satoru confines Self, a transcendental being, is by trapping it in an infinitely repeating loop. The true form of the infinity loop is the never-ending story of Remember 11. The player/Self tries to hunt for answers, to discover a third route that doesn't exist, discover why things are happening the way they are, going through the 33 endings, trying all the choices but never being satisfied with the answer. It has no ending, and the player's desire to solve the mystery keeps them trapped in it. Kokodo's actions affect Satoru's route, and Satoru's actions affect Kokodo's route. When you take different actions, you create worlds that are all slightly different from each other. Parallel worlds exist! And the story continues on forever like a spiral. Spiral has no beginning and no end. All the player can do is continue along the spiral and proceed in the infinity loop. Oh my god. Despite that, there are a few times when Self successfully manages to escape. Utsumi's plan execution end, ending 23. Utsumi kills Inabushi and herself. Satoru is trapped in mental asylum. Well, we saw that one. Similar ending occurs in Peace of Mind, Alone in the Shelter Cabin, and Annihilation in Kokodo 32 and 33. When Satoru finds that Kokodo and everyone has died. Jeez. Genocide of the Sphere Residence ending 4. After Utsumi takes revenge on Inabushi, Kokodo finds herself back in the crash site. A similar ending occurs in Alone in the Shelter Disaster. After Satoru kills day 6 or 7, Kokodo returns to January 11th. With the first set of endings, our Satoru exits the loop by being held in a mental asylum. Second set of endings is more interesting. Why does Kokodo travel back in time to January 11th? The reason is because this causal loop is broken and a paradox is created. With Satoru dead, Uni no longer returns to 2011, and the terabyte disk is cannot be used to devise the plan. Since the Yukido plan does not exist, the crash survivors are not saved and they die. Despite escaping the loop, Self keeps returning, thinking this is a bad end. Let me try again. Jeez. Satoru seeks revenge for his sister's death, so he tries to kill Self. TLDR, but Self is an abstract entity that lies beyond the ground. This, god damn it, real Satoru, you should work for the SCP Foundation. Holy fuck. This is like, you know what this is? This is literally a 30-hour SCP fucking document of how to contain a Keter class reality bending entity. Extra dimensional reality bending entity. That's literally what this is. That is fucking awesome. Holy fuck. His plan exploits the curiosity killed the cat idea, trapping self in infinite loop as it searches for the truth. That is the Yukito plan and the meaning behind the incomplete ending of Remember 11. Jesus Louises Creases. Okay, you guys, it is ridiculously late. And I hope you guys had fun with this Let's Play. I know, like, at first I was unsatisfied, but this is just, wow. Wow. I still so desperately want to read the third route if they ever do it. Because, my God. My mind, I am going to be thinking about this for a while. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for coming. It's okay, Oe. I was able to read it out at least. I'm going to provide a link in the Discord to the Remember 11 Explained blog. This is fucking badass. And I so desperately want the third route. Oh my God. Because I love my boy Nusa to do. The third route was the friends we made along the way. Hilarious, Evia. So, let's see. On Thursday, we're going to get back to Tales. And then on Friday, we're gonna, after so long, start the third and final arc of frickin' Rose Gun Days. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.